Welcome back to Art Review. I woke up this morning with only one thought in my mind. I need to review your art. So let's do that. Okay, so we're just gonna... I dropped my pencil. Okay, so starting us off, we have a drawing from Arjana, trademark. And we basically have another case of exactly what we had last time. Listen, I understand this is hard as newer artists. I'm not saying that she's totally new. She clearly has some experience drawing here, but this is definitely something that happens when we are slightly less experienced. We're very hesitant to overlap shapes, very hesitant to do that. In fact, this week's Patreon post is going to be about that, okay? So when we go ahead here and we draw our center line, as one is loath to do, what are we going to notice right here? These features are sitting flat on this line, except for maybe the mouth. From this extreme of an angle, we really need to be aware that the nose is actually going to push out like this, right? The nose is going to go out, and then it will come back down and in, right? So it should be in front of the mouth. I suspect that we really would not see much of the far eye. And then to adjust the mouth, we really need to keep in mind, so if we have the eye line right here, I'm going to draw this line across right here. This is the angle of our eye line. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this as reference for both the nose and the mouth, so I can orient both of these features. And then to give the mouth some depth, we have to keep in mind here is our mouth is not going to look like this because our lips actually flow up and out. So the center line from the inside of our lip is going to go up and out like this, and the top of our lip, the middle of the top of our lip, is going to be in front of the middle of the bottom of our lip. So let me come down here and make that quick change. Same on the bottom. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and kind of time-lapse through me finalizing these changes. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and call that good. Okay, drawing number 2. This drawing comes to us by way of Mr. Jacob. I forget what exactly he said about it, so let me go read his message. Hey, I saw your TikTok about sending you art to make an appearance and to maybe get some advice. So that's what I'm here for. This was a self-portrait I did for my high school art class. I'm pretty proud of it. It was my first attempt at realism and portraits. I also sent 2 pictures since I cut it up for the final product. Anyways, thank you and have a good day. What a polite young man. Yeah, so the final version, he cut it up and put it on a black piece of paper, and that was pretty cool. For the sake of focusing on the drawing, we're just gonna look at this version and see what we could maybe do better next time. Honestly, not too much, because it's pretty good. In terms of drawing, I don't really have much to say. The eyes might be a little bit far up on the head if we trace a skull line up through there, but really, I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, I'd say it's fine. I do feel that to add a little bit of depth, a good under the neck shadow never hurt a soul. I say we do the same thing for the lip here and for the nose, and maybe above the eyes. Maybe just a wee bit below that bottom lip. Maybe a little cast shadow below the nose. I'm trying to keep consistent with the minimal shading style, but I do want to push a little more depth into this face. If I was gonna go crazy, I would do something like this. Although now that I do that, I don't really mind that at all. Speaking in terms that are a little more concrete, I would like to see this shape changed a little bit, given that it's sort of an uneven pull. I think we'd get a slightly more triangular shape right here. Something like that definitely feels a little bit more natural. And given just how much he's pulling his cheek out, it might affect his mouth. But we will say that that one is yet again up to you. I think similar form shading would really help in the hair and on the body as well. You know, we really want to be thinking about this hair basically as part of a big sphere, right? So if we pick a light source, we can shade it accordingly. And then we'd have to do the same with the body and the collar and such. Maybe there was some artsy reason the shading was left out, but from a purely analytical painting sort of view, I'm gonna vote for some more shading. Volume, we need volume. Like, I think the eyes were left without highlights intentionally, for instance, so. Okay, good stuff, Jacob. Excellent work. Really like the symmetry in this piece. Feels nice. Finally, we have our biggest task yet. Coming to us from Zhong Li Lover. Who's Zhong Li? Who's Zhong Li? Somebody tell me who Zhong Li is right now. Okay, she says, hey, with a wave emoji. I have a question on how to change art styles / get closer to a style without changing much of the one you have. Sounds like a little bit of a contradictory statement here. I want to change styles but not change styles. Let's go on. So this is my art now. Okay, and that's this over here. This is her art. We got drawing number 1, And I think I maybe brought in one more drawing or two. Yeah, we got this one. And also these. But I want to change it to this. And we have, bam, bam. They're Webtoons people. Like, I know it's mainly shading to make the nose, eye, mouth, and to define parts. But I like the structure of the body and face/eyes, but I don't know how to practice it. I'm struggling so much trying to like color/render too. Can you give me any tips on how to make it like that? It's under the Manhua genre of art, I think. Okay, so yes, we can do this. Now, what we need to figure out, the thing about style is just a combination. It's just a combination of different things. What shapes do you use? What kind of line art do you use? What kind of shading do you use? Where do you emphasize detail? That's really all style is. So we just need to look at this and we need to figure out what is it about this style that we like. One of the defining characteristics to me of this style would be the highly symmetrical faces with pointed features and extremely broad shoulders, as well as the characters are very clean and well kept. Quite feminine eyes, actually. So a lot of this you've actually got, I think especially in this drawing. Nice sense of symmetry here, clean, well kept, looking good. You could sell me on this as a female manhwa character. I think with the guys, however, this is where we gotta turn it up a notch. Okay, blank canvas here. So let's start observing some of our reference images. I think this one here is kind of quintessential manhwa. Look at how broad those shoulders is. His shoulders are like 4 heads wide. Look at these. These aren't even 2 heads wide. That's half as wide. Go ahead and give him a nice thick neck, as one would be inclined to do. And then when I go to draw the shoulders, bam. What's he wearing? Some sort of coat. Okay. I use very masculine, blocky, square shapes for this coat. Very powerful, square bodies that are tapered, though. They are tapered. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a furry coat. I don't really know what all those lines mean. I would try and work on your shape clarity a little bit. I think there may be some ruffled decorations throughout here. In terms of the actual facial features and proportions, let's look at the high cheekbones and very long, slanted jaw and pointed chin. Notice they actually have quite long noses too. I'm actually going to minimize this portion of the face right here. Oh yeah, for sure. They just do one big swoop right there. Create a point. Yeah. Notice the canval tilt as well. So the eyes are not actually even. They're tilted up a little bit. Same with the eyebrows. And I think, despite them being large, they're just a wee bit smaller than these eyes. So I'm going to go ahead here. Brows going to flow into the nose bridge. I'm actually going to go all the way across like this. Again, I'm aiming for lots of symmetry here. I'm going to come all the way with the line straight through for the eyes as well. Symmetry being very important for me. Look at how sharp the eyes are too. Oh, now that's the ticket right there. Let's go. Trying to maintain this very triangular face shape here. Okay, there's my attempt at a manhwa style character. Their bodies are very stereotypically masculine for the most part, so just think, exaggerate everything masculine with the body and then give it a pretty face. That's gonna mean broad shoulders, square physique, a rectangular, solid, blocky physique, V-taper, pretty little girly friendly eyes that are also quite mean. Look at how sharp these are. Eyes of a predator. Do I need to make the shoulders even broader? I do hope that this was helpful. Okay guys, I do hope you enjoyed that video. If so, consider checking out my Patreon where I post weekly practice prompts and give you guys the opportunity to submit prompts for review on live stream at the end of the week. We'll be doing this about once a week. I will be starting live streaming on Saturdays and we will review drawings then. So consider checking out the Patreon. It's down there. We're gonna get so good at drawing. So good! See you guys.